My name is Usman. People think I'm crazy because I see things others cannot. When I was a child, I had an accident. I was only 7 years old, playing near the old village well. Suddenly, I slipped and fell inside the well. As I fell, my forehead hit something sharp, and I lost consciousness. Hours later, when they pulled me out, there was a deep wound on my forehead, but that wasn't the only problem. When I woke up, my vision had changed. I wasn't just seeing the world. I was seeing shadows, figures no one else could see. At first, everyone thought it was a trauma effect, but then things started happening that were not normal. Shadows moving on my bedroom walls, tall figures standing behind doors. And a face in the mirror, but it wasn't mine. My mother called a spiritual healer to recite prayers. My father took me to the city hospital, but no one could understand what was happening to me. Then, I saw a stranger with 2 shadows walking behind him. That's when I realized this wasn't just a hallucination. My third eye had opened. Time passed, I grew up, but that vision, that third eye, had become a burden on my life. Sometimes, while walking, I saw someone's shadow moving in the opposite direction. Or a dark figure sitting on someone's shoulder whispering into their ear. I learned to ignore these things to survive. But one day, something happened that changed everything. There is an old abandoned prison in the city's old district, closed for 50 years. It is famous for cries heard at night. One day, I had to pass by that prison, and my third eye saw something. Inside the prison, there was light. But outside, darkness. I blinked, and behind the prison door, I saw an eye, staring right at me, that I was not human. That night, the prison came to my dreams. A voice echoed inside, "You can see. Come. See us. Free us." I woke up sweating. The room was cold, but I felt someone breathing down my neck. I looked in the mirror. A dark figure was standing behind me, but when I turned around, nothing was there. The third eye was no longer silent. It forced me to return to that prison. The next day, I took a small camera, flashlight, and the Holy Quran and went out. My heart was pounding, but an inner voice kept telling me, "Don't delay now." When I reached the prison gate, it opened by itself. Inside the prison, the air was cold and damp. The walls echoed with old screams. As I entered, my third eye activated fully. Shadows moved everywhere, ghostly faces peeked from the walls, and long figures crawled on the floor. I turned on my flashlight and saw an open prison cell. Inside sat a skeleton, but its eyes were glowing. Staring at me, "You're late, Usman," the voice echoed in my mind. I stepped back, but the door shut behind me. My third eye was fully open, and I could see them all, the prisoners, the lost souls, the dead who weren't at rest. My breath caught, my head spun. I opened the Quran and started reciting Surah Yasin. Suddenly, a storm of screams erupted. Ghostly faces appeared on the walls, black shadows flew above, and blood dripped from the ceiling. The Quran's light shone bright. The skeleton screamed, "Stop! Stop! You won't free us, you will end us." I closed my eyes and continued reciting. Then my third eye showed me a vision too horrifying to bear, a door opening, and behind it, my own dead body lying there. My third eye was showing me my fate. As the recitation ended, everything vanished with a loud scream. I was alone, lying on the prison floor. The gate was open. Dawn had come. I barely made it home, but I thought my third eye had closed. Or at least, that's what I hoped. Years later, I sometimes feel a presence again. In the mirror. But it's not me. Perhaps, the third eye only closed temporarily. Not forever.